A confirmed update just came in that is already changing how February payments are landing. And for many seniors, the timing is creating equal parts relief and anxiety. The Social Security Administration has now confirmed adjusted February payment dates that may arrive earlier than most people expect, depending on benefit type, banking schedules, and calendar alignment. For millions of retirees, SSI recipients, and disabled Americans, this is not just a technical update. It directly affects when rent gets paid, when prescriptions are filled, and whether bills clear on time. And yes, some beneficiaries may be surprised when they check their accounts this week. Before we go any further, please take a quick second to tap the like button. It helps this update reach other seniors who may be waiting on the same information and feeling the same uncertainty. This update is especially important for beneficiaries receiving SSI, Social Security retirement, disability, survivor benefits, and those whose February payments are impacted by calendar shifts or early processing. Now, let me share a very personal story that connects directly to what is happening right now. A few days ago, I heard from a 69-year-old man named Thomas from Peoria, Illinois. Thomas worked for decades in manufacturing before health issues forced him to retire earlier than planned. His Social Security retirement check is his main source of income. Every dollar is accounted for. Mortgage first, then utilities, then medications for blood pressure and arthritis. Whatever remains goes toward food and gas. Thomas told me that February always makes him nervous. The shorter month, the winter bills, and the uncertainty around payment dates create stress he says never fully goes away. This year was worse. He had heard that some February payments might arrive early, but he did not know if that applied to him. When his payment did not show up on the exact day he expected, his mind immediately went to worst-case scenarios. Had something changed? Was there a problem with his account? Did he miss a notice? By the second day, he said he was checking his bank account constantly. Morning, afternoon, night. He told me, "It is not about wanting more money. It is about needing to know when what I earned is coming." He explained that at this stage of life, predictability is stability. Without it, even a small delay feels overwhelming. Then, late one evening, he saw a pending deposit dated earlier than his usual February schedule. The money was not extra. It was his regular benefit, simply processed earlier because of how February falls on the calendar. He said the relief was immediate, not because his situation changed overnight, but because the uncertainty was gone. Thomas's experience mirrors what many seniors are feeling right now. I have received messages from people in Ohio, Arizona, Texas, Pennsylvania, California, and New Jersey, all asking the same question. Why is February different, and am I included? If you are watching from Illinois like Thomas, or from any other state experiencing early or unexpected payment timing, please tell me in the comments where you are watching from. If you are in the same state, say so. If you are somewhere else, share your city or state. That helps me track patterns and bring you updates that are relevant to your area. Here is what the Social Security Administration has confirmed and why February can be surprising. February often triggers payment timing adjustments because of how the first day of the month lands and how weekends affect banking operations. When the first of the month falls on a weekend, SSI payments are issued on the prior business day. That means some February SSI payments arrive at the very end of January instead of during February itself. This happens every year under certain calendar conditions, but it still catches many people off guard. For Social Security retirement, disability, and survivor benefits, February timing can also feel different. While the benefit amounts do not change, processing windows and bank posting schedules can result in deposits appearing earlier or later than people mentally expect. Some beneficiaries see funds post sooner because payment files are transmitted earlier to avoid delays. Others see no change at all. What matters is this: early does not mean extra. and it does not mean a future reduction. It is the same benefit, simply moved on the calendar. This is where many people get confused. When a payment arrives early, some seniors worry that they will not receive another payment later in the month. In the case of SSI, that is correct. If your February SSI payment arrives in late January, there will not be another SSI deposit in February. That single payment must last the entire month. For Social Security retirement and disability benefits, early processing does not eliminate a future payment. It only affects posting timing. Understanding that difference is critical, because budgeting mistakes often happen when people assume another deposit is coming. Now let me be very clear about who is most likely to be affected by these February payment surprises. SSI recipients are the most impacted by calendar shifts. If you receive SSI and normally expect your payment on the first of the month, February is a month to watch closely. When the first falls on a weekend, your payment arrives early. That is by design, not error. Social Security retirement and disability beneficiaries may see early or slightly shifted posting depending on their payment group and bank. Those paid mid-month or later may notice pending deposits sooner than expected, especially if their bank posts as soon as it receives settlement files. Some banks show pending deposits. Others post funds directly with no warning. Both are normal. Why this matters goes beyond the calendar. For seniors living on fixed incomes, timing determines whether life feels manageable or chaotic. Bills do not adjust just because payments shift. Rent, utilities, and medical costs arrive on schedule, regardless of when benefits post. An early deposit can be helpful, but only if it is understood and planned for. This is why emotional reactions around February payments are so strong. It is not greed, it is survival. Seniors are not looking for bonuses, they are looking for certainty. It is also why misinformation spreads quickly during this time. Whenever payments move early or late, social media fills with claims about surprise checks, hidden increases, or special payouts. These claims often include dollar amounts and urgent language designed to trigger fear or excitement. The reality is usually much simpler and far less dramatic. The confirmed truth is this: February payment timing adjustments are routine. They are planned. They are not tied to eligibility changes, benefit cuts, or surprise increases. That does not mean they are easy to live with. For many seniors, February arrives with higher heating bills, lingering holiday debt, and medical expenses that reset at the beginning of the year. Even small disruptions feel larger in that context. If you want to protect yourself during months like this, there are a few practical steps that can help. First, know your payment schedule. If you receive SSI, always check how weekends affect the first of the month. If you receive Social Security retirement or disability benefits, know which payment group you are in and how your bank typically posts deposits. Second, treat early payments with caution. An early deposit must last longer. Planning for that reality can prevent stress later in the month. Third, avoid reacting to unverified claims. If a headline promises extra money without official confirmation, assume it is misleading until proven otherwise. Fourth, track your expenses closely during months with timing shifts. Even small adjustments in spending can make a big difference when deposits move. Now, let us talk honestly about the emotional side again. People like Thomas are not worried because they are careless. They are worried because they have lived long enough to know how fragile stability can be. When payments arrive exactly when expected, life feels predictable. When timing changes without explanation, fear fills the gap. That is why conversations like this matter. If you are watching this and you are feeling nervous about February, you are not alone. Millions of seniors are navigating the same uncertainty right now. Talking about it, sharing experiences, and understanding the system helps reduce that anxiety. If you have already seen an early deposit or are still waiting, tell me in the comments. If you are from Illinois like Thomas, say so. If you are from another state, share that too. Your comments help others realize they are not isolated. As February continues, payment schedules will settle back into their normal rhythm. These early or surprising dates are not permanent changes. They are calendar adjustments. Before we wrap up, please take a moment to subscribe if you have not already. This channel exists to provide clear, timely updates without fear-driven headlines. Many of you have told me these videos help you feel calmer and more prepared, and that is exactly why I am here. In summary, the Social Security Administration has confirmed February payment dates that may arrive earlier than expected for some beneficiaries. SSI recipients are most affected due to weekend timing, while some Social Security beneficiaries may see early processing depending on their bank and payment group. These are regular benefits issued on an adjusted schedule, not bonuses or cuts. If your payment arrives early, plan carefully so it lasts the full month. If you are still waiting, continue monitoring your account based on your usual schedule. And remember, surprises in February are often about timing, not changes to your benefits. I will continue monitoring these updates closely and sharing what matters most. Staying informed through verified sources remains the most effective way to protect your benefits, manage expectations, and plan your finances with confidence.